Hi guys, it's Gina here. Welcome to my channel. So it is less than a week till Christmas and I'm super excited because I love Christmas. Christmas to me is about family and friends and just spending time with people that you value and appreciate over good food and good company. But let's be honest, it is also about presents. And I know it can also get really hectic. So for me, I always try to plan early, come up with a list of people you want to give gifts to and customize and, you know, give gifts that you know that they will like. Because, you know, one, it's more meaningful and it also shows how much you know that person as well. And that being said, I always for some reason leave the buying last minute. So I thought in this video I will share with you a guide to meaningful gifting. Now, in my opinion, presents is not a big deal. You know, it's not the everything about Christmas, something that you have to have. If you can't afford it or you don't want to do it, that's fine, you know. To me, Christmas is about obviously valuing people and being surrounded. So with you being present in their lives, then that's enough for me. I would rather have someone be there than someone just, you know, go buy a random present for me, that something that I don't even like or don't even need. Like, you know, when it's like a really generic Christmas present, like previous years I've always seemed stressful and stuff according to some people, because, you know, I wouldn't think you like it because you seem really stressed. But I don't think they understood the idea of presents. So that's why I thought I would do this video, just mindful things to get different types of gifts for different types of people. And I did try to keep this under $50, 50 Australian dollars as well. So let's get into it. So the first thing is stocking fillers, and I don't even know if filling stockings are a big thing in Australia, but I like it. I think it's a great idea, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an expensive one. You know, you can pretty much put whatever you want in it, like chocolate, candy. Although if you are putting chocolate in, since Australia is in summer, just be careful it doesn't melt. Another great idea is putting little notes in there for them as well. Previously, Kaur and I had advent calendars where we put little notes every day, things that we like about that person or that we appreciate, and you put that in, and I think it's a great reminder as well of how much you value that person. And another good thing is a drugstore makeup, specifically a drugstore, because it's really inexpensive, and I have a few things that I've collected. So most of these I've bought or I've actually just had sitting around, which I thought they're great ideas to show you because they're really not that expensive. So things like lip balms, because everyone, let's be honest, like most times people need lip balms, so they're a good idea. Little drugstore blushes and things like that. I believe this one I think someone actually gave me, which I thought was a good idea. It's like Elf or like NYX, things that are like under $5-10 make a really good one. These LA like mini eyeshadows, they're small and they're cute and they're quite convenient. I got these a couple of years ago. I don't know if you can still get it, but they're just really small eyeshadows, which I think are really good, and they're quite good on as well. Things like, now if you go to like Sephora or Mecca, you'll know that around this time of year they have like little small editions, and every time you kind of get like a pack, you always get like these little testers, and I think these are great as well. You can buy these, I think, as it is at Sephora. I know Sephora does a lot of mini ones. I think they're great because sometimes you don't want to try like a big product. You can get these little ones, and it's still like probably about 18, like it's still, I don't even know how much, like $18 or something like this, or maybe $10, but it's still really nice if you want to up the spend on the fillers. Things like these mini hand sanitizers, these are from BathBodyWorks. I think they're really nice and they smell really strong and really refreshing as well. These are really great. I can't stop going on about these, like just in general, but they're perfect for Christmas. Stocking fillers, more of these mini like mini cosmetics that you can get. So they're still branded stuff, but they're like smaller versions, so they're cheaper to get, and they're also cute to put in there as well. Also got some drugstore eyeliners and lip liners as well. These are from Essence, and these little tiny like single eyeshadows, which are also really good. I actually got these when Priceline had their 50% off makeup, so these were super cheap. I think they work out to be like $1, $2 each, so that's really cheap. And of course my favorite, Kmart, you know, these little sponges, like they're not beauty blenders, but you know, at the end of the day, sponge is a sponge really. Like I don't really see a big difference, but these only cost like $2 to $3. Anything I normally like under 10 $5, lucky $5, I would put it in. I also picked up some of these gift sets. Around Christmas you get a lot of gift sets. This from Kmart was literally $5. Like, as much as I love Lush body bombs, like those fizzy bombs and things like that, they're really expensive, but at the end of the day they're also mostly the same ingredients in it. And something like this was like $5. You get like 10 like mini round balls, and they smell like apple candy and berry scent. Like, it just smells really nice. So you can actually put this whole thing in the stocking, or you can just take it out and put it in if you've got a lot of people to fill up, which is a good idea as well. So the next lot, specific gifts for people with specific interest. So if you've got a sister or a friend, girlfriend that loves makeup, most likely they may have a lot of makeup that they love. The good time about this time of year, they've got like special editions. Last year I did do like a mini makeup haul with like mini gift sets, so I'll leave a link down. Most of them are probably, I guess, not available anymore, but at least you can get some sort of idea of like things that you can get. So the good thing is, like, most cosmetic stores have like special editions with specific brands, and I think they're a great idea because it's a good way to kind of test makeup as well, things that are coming out, or like the favorites in the brand that's bundled together as a pack. When I do look for these gifts, I don't look for things that are specific. I look for things that you know, you could use. For example, if I was to give someone like lip gloss, unless someone's really into lip gloss, I wouldn't necessarily buy like a 5-pack edition, because, you know, who really uses it? I bought one last year and I have only really used 2 the most. So I like things that are kind of like multi-pack. So the one I picked up is from Smashbox, and this is a sculpting cheek palette. I think this is a good idea because you get a couple of shades, and you can use this for contouring, blush, highlighting, and it's just really pretty as well. I've used Smashbox previously and I think it's really nice and like it's pretty good. This costs, I think, $51 Australian, which isn't too bad, and because it's a special edition it looks really pretty. It comes with its little design, and this is what it looks like inside. So it's just like a really nice palette. So it comes with contouring colors, it also comes with blushes as well, and it's quite a generous amount. I love it because it's also got a mirror on that as well. So I think this is a good idea for someone. And makeup can get quite expensive, especially branded makeup, which is why I think it's good getting these. You can also pick up like Sephora, those like sets, like cosmetic sets and things like that, but for someone that is into makeup, they probably like branded makeup, so something like this is a really good idea. So the next one is someone that's more of a tech freak, like someone that's technology, that's into technology, someone that's into gadgets and things. Clearly I know nothing about it, so why, you know, try and find the best present, compare, because most likely they would know what they want, what is better. And I don't want to buy something for them if it's like cheaper or like not as good quality, because it's kind of useless. Which I think the best thing to give are these. These are just portable power banks, batteries, extended batteries, because let's be honest, most things like run out really quickly, like, or phones. Like, how long does your phone last for? My phone like doesn't even last a whole day, probably a half day. So I think it's great to carry around these portable chargers. I got this one from JB Hi-Fi. This is Belkin. I actually asked the guy, and I'm quite familiar with the brand as well, and it's quite slick and quite pretty, so I think it's really nice. And this did originally cost $59.95, which is a little bit over budget. However, they did have a 30% off, so I got it way cheaper. And also, don't be shy to ask for bargains. If you are in like a JB, I don't know what, like Good Guys, I don't know what the American or British equivalent is, but if you are in a like a technical, why do I keep saying that, like a technology store or something, sorry, my brain's not into it today, but if you're in any of those stores, don't be shy or embarrassed to bargain, because you never know how much you can get off. Now, some people may not be into fashion or beauty or like tech stuff. Some people just like to stay at home and be a homebody. Not that that's a bad thing. Like, people just like to, you know, watch movies, read a book, things like that. The next one I picked up was this book. This is by Rupi Kaur. This is called Milk and Honey. I think this is a great book. It's not this is more of like a book of poems, but it actually goes through like 4 to 5 chapters of, it's kind of more like a journey. Reading the reviews online that I found on this, it was more like for someone that's going through like depression, abuse, anxiety, things like that. This is a really good one, and I think everyone in general is a little damaged here and there. Even if you're not, it's a good way to kind of reset your mind and give you a different aspect, a different way of thinking. So the way this book is kind of written, it goes through like the abusive stuff is like what people go through, what they think, just poems in that state of mind, and then it kind of goes into like, you know, breaking out of that and staying positive and moving on. So I really like it. I bought this from Dimmicks for I think $25, and it was originally $30, but I know on Book Depository you can probably get it cheaper. I'm not sure whether you can get it in for delivery before Christmas, but I reckon this is a really, like, it's really interesting and it's really thoughtful as well. So let's be honest, sports is not my thing either. So when it comes to buying something for someone that's a sporty type, I have no idea. But rather than, you know, buying something that's in my price range for them that they may not want, I would rather chip in to buy something that's better quality, something that they do want down the track. But if you know, obviously can't decide or you're on a budget, then what I suggest is buying these drink bottles. Not the plastic ones, because, you know, plastic ones, everyone's got plastic ones. These are insulated ones. I got this one for Rebel Sports for $30. This one is a vacuum insulated drink bottle, so it holds up to 24 hours of cold drinks and 7 hours of hot drinks. So I think this is really good, and it looks really pretty as well. You know, if someone's outdoor type or someone that's into sport, this is good to keep them hydrated, because everyone needs to stay hydrated. It didn't come with this carabiner, but I did add this on. I bought this from Bunnings because I think it's just easier to carry around if you want to hook it on bags and things like that. But I think this is really pretty. Now, if you're buying something for an enthusiast, like someone that's really into their hobby, it can be quite difficult because obviously they'll know more than you, unless they're telling you like all the time what they want. And Kaur, for example, is into really expensive hobbies. Like, he's into barbecuing, collecting sneakers and craft beer, and they can get quite expensive. So what I think about is accessories or things that they can use and associate with it. So part of his Christmas present this year, I've made him this apron. I'm not the best sewer, but you know, it's still quite good, and I bought this material when it was on sale from Lincraft. I haven't finished it yet. I've got to add a few things, but that's something like this. So it's really hard as well to find like a manly apron. Like, you can get leather ones, but they can get quite expensive unless you get like feminine, pretty looking ones. So I got him this. I also made one for my friend as well, because he's also really into those kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're not, like, this is quite affordable. It's still not cheap, like material's not cheap, but at least I'm giving my time to make these. You can also buy like gift vouchers. To be honest, I kind of avoid vouchers for Christmas presents because it's like giving them a money value. But if there is a specific store that they go to or a specific thing, then, you know, maybe it's best giving them a gift voucher. Now, moving on to KK presents, I've got some inexpensive KK presents. If you're doing bad Santa, it can get quite difficult buying gifts, especially when you don't know who you're buying it for. A lot of fashion stores nowadays, like especially this time of year, have like novelty gifts that you can give, which I think is a great idea. I personally like to give gifts though, like buy gifts that I know can be used or has a purpose to it, rather than like, you know, useless stuff. So I've got 2 gifts here that I think are good. So the first one is this facial pack. So this I actually built myself at Kmart. I just bought a few things. To be honest, any excuse to go Kmart I'm happy with, but Kmart also has really good like body packs. But sometimes I find that with body packs there's always like 1 or 2 things that I don't use. So most of the pack I do, but then there's 1 or 2 that I feel like I don't use. So I built this myself with things that I thought would be more useful. So this bag was from Kmart. It was only like $8, and these are all from the same range as well, which is quite good. So you can kind of build your own pack. So these are all the Rosehip and Jojoba oil shea butter. They also come with a really nice like blossom kind of print to it as well. So this is the cleansing wipe, because, you know, I love cleansing wipes. They come in real handy. I've got some face oil, really nice for extra hydration. There's also a face mask as well. So like I said, they all look quite similar because they're all from the same pack. And I've also got here a facial cleanser and a facial cream as well. So I'm not sure how good they are, but rosehip oil and jojoba oil I know are pretty good for you anyway. They're quite natural. So this is gentle hydrating, it's paraben and mint free, no artificial colors. So it's still quite good, especially, you know, if you've got like a younger sister, or you know, someone that's really into like looking after the skincare. This is quite good. And plus they can also reuse this bag as like a cosmetic bag or something after that as well. So altogether, I think it cost me about $15 to $18 for this. So I think that's quite good. So the next one is a present that I'm actually going to be using for my Bear Santa that I do every year with my girlfriends. So if you're watching, don't watch this. But yeah, so you pretty much know what it is. But I bought this. This is a Marie Claire cheese set. I believe it was half price, so this is normally $40, but I bought it for 20 because it's like 20 bucks is our limit, and we girls, we love our cheese platters. So I thought this would be a great gift because like no matter who picks it up, we all love it anyway. I might even steal it back for myself, to be honest. I think this is really good. So because I know that we all have like similar interests, that this will be really handy. And it's also gender neutral as well because, you know, partners are in it as well. I think this is a really good gift. So like I said, usually I try to plan early because I also like making gifts. It's not necessarily a cheap thing. I think it's more meaningful because you're spending your time making unique gifts for that particular person. Last year I started a tradition of making little small gifts, like ornaments for like friends. Last year I made these little crochet little donuts. They're so cute. I actually took up crochet just to make these. I haven't really done much since, but these are really cool because you can hang them on your Christmas tree. And this year I thought I will continue that tradition and make another set of ornaments. So I was actually gonna like make felt little ornaments, but when I was at the Lincraft store I noticed they had baubles for like half price. So this year for Christmas I made these little personalized baubles for my friend. Again, they're ornaments. So the good thing about these ornaments is that, you know, if you put up your Christmas tree, these can go on it every year, so you can look at it every year and appreciate it. So I made like heaps of these for my friends, and these baubles were like, I think they were on half price. So it was like a 6-pack for like $3.50. And what I did was I printed out pictures. So this is the one I made for us. So I printed out pictures of like everyone, like our family, onto a little strip, and I just kind of laminated that and then put that in, and also added some sequins. So they're just cute personalized baubles. So they don't necessarily have to be really expensive. You can kind of jazz it up and things like that. I think it's really good. Also as gifts as well. So I actually made a gift for my cousin for an engagement, but I had leftover material, so I thought I would make one for us as well for Christmas. Just something nice for the house, like home decor. And I made this frame. So this is, most of these stuff, actually this is all mainly from Kmart as well, so it wasn't that expensive. The frame cost like $6. These, like this contact paper was $3, and these letters were like $10. It's like $10 for a pack. So I bought it initially so I can make my cousin an engagement present, but I had enough to make one for myself as well. So I think this is a great idea. So it's just like a simple frame, and I kind of did like a Scrabble kind of style. I didn't have the Scrabble tiles, so I just used these wooden cutout letters, which are also really good. So I just had our names on there with like family and love. I had to kind of add like more words to it just so I had enough letters to add. So I've got myself, Kang and Coco. It's got family, love, forever. So I think this is a really sweet idea, especially if you are very low on budget but you have plenty of time. This is a really good gift to start making. So that's pretty much all the gift ideas I have for you guys. Another tradition is Christmas cards that I do. I don't understand why people write to so-and-so from so-and-so with a generic message. I don't see why bother. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. And also it takes that minute to kind of just reflect on that relationship you have with that person. So what I do with my Christmas cards is I do write meaningful messages. So what I do is I reflect on the whole year for like things that happened to that person. So any milestones, like if they got engaged, they got married, had a kid, also things that may not necessarily be good. Just have a moment to kind of reflect on that and just give them like a little push, like how much you value them, how much of a good person they are, and also wish them all the best for the New Year's. Things like that. So it's really not much, but it's better than, I guess, writing the name on a card and making the most of it. So doing this video, it's also inspired some tips as well, which I know it's probably a bit late for this year, but you can kind of use it for next year. Tip number 1 is plan early. A lot of people fall in the trap of buying stuff last minute, especially around December, which is why it's always hectic in the shopping center. But you can always plan ahead. Like if you're buying like Christmas decoration and stuff, wait till after Christmas when they're like 50 to 70% off. A lot of like candles, generic gifts, like you can buy during their Boxing Day sale after that. If you're planning on making stuff, you could plan ahead and make it throughout the year, so you're not spending a lot of time late hours very last minute like I do. And for kids, like Christmas presents, toys that have like mid-year sales, you can do as well. So tip 2 is save those reward points. I know a lot of places do reward programs, like loyalty programs. I get excited, I use it, and then I buy things with it. But try to save them because they come in handy for the end of the year, especially if you're on a budget. If you buy stuff throughout the year from like, you know, Flybuys or like the Woolworths reward points, I know you generate, like if you're buying grocery and petrol, you generate like gift cards that you can get through Flybuys. They're generally good. Like keep them more till the end of the year, cash them out and use them to buy gifts, just to kind of help budget and do that as well. A lot of, like I know Mecca for example is really good because if you're on their loyalty program, when you buy makeup from them, you get the beauty loop packs where they come with like full size and a few testers as well. They're great for stocking stuffers. Some stuff you get but you don't generally use, or it's not something that you're used to, like that you do use. So rather than taking it out and testing it and decide you don't like it, save those because you know you might find them handy further on down the track. I know for your birthdays you get like a full product. You can, you know, if you're not going to use it, don't open it, just save them. You know, things like you collect samples are really great Christmas like stocking stuffers. So the third tip is cut and give. So what that means is have like a Christmas bank. It could be like a piggy bank or something where you can store that money and cut back on something. So whether it be like if you have a coffee every day, cut that. Or I always buy like juice every week, which costs like $3.50. But now that I've been drinking more tea, I've been cutting that down, so I've saved that $3.50. So rather than, you know, putting it towards something else, take that money physically out and put it in a bank. That way you're accumulating money aside. You don't have to cut things as long as you're putting like money aside like throughout the year. That way you're not financially in debt or something like that when it comes to Christmas time. So that is all my gifting ideas. I do apologize if it was a lengthy one. I will try and compress this down as much as I can, but I also want to add that I will be doing a giveaway for reaching over 1,000 subscribers. So some of the stuff that you've seen now, I will be giving them away. I'll leave the details down below on how that will work. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and also make sure you subscribe to watch more. Thanks for watching. Bye!